Peace and greetings, open minds. Jrhue sends out tons of vibrations of positive energy throughout the universe. To the hard-headed children on Mother Gaia. Me too. Mother Goddess, Father God, to the ancestors of my ancestors, Archangel Michael. I'm hanging out today with Archangel Gabriel. Spiritual guides, guardian angels. To my galactical family, Andromedons, Pleiadians, Arcturians, Atlanteans, Andromedons. Throughout the lines, getting the doggone tribe. Jrhue sends a positive energy plus sign. Love to you all. Continuing the story of Jrhue when I look back, part 2. As I was sitting there just watching, then I heard something unusual, a humming sound like I had never heard before. And when I looked up, I saw a bright light in the sky in the daytime, and that was all I remembered. The next thing I knew, I was at my front door. I cannot say how I got there. And I was being led by an old man had brought me home. An old man that was not from our neighborhood. An old man who should not have been where I lived. And no one in the neighborhood would have told him. They would have led him to my house to make sure I was okay. My mother was happy, but I was still in a daze. I went straight to bed until this very day. It's still a mystery. That one day real soon, I'm going to solve that mystery. Because I don't like not being able to remember. And everything in your past is a very important part of your future. I loved sports, and I decorate my mother's house with many trophies. Those were the good old days. In the summer, me and my friends would play football in the middle of the projects, and everyone in the neighborhood would be watching. It was the new project against the old project. I live in the middle, so I would be on either side. After the game and it began to get dark, we would all go get our sticks with hangers on them and switches off trees, and we would wait for the chimney swift to come out of the project chimneys to feast on the insects. They would come very low, and we would knock them out the air. We used to have fun doing that stuff. Y'all don't remember that? We in the South. By this time, my name had changed. Everyone called me by my last name, Jrhue. I was the best boxer in our neighborhood. Hey, my hand been fast. My speed been unbelievable. On Sundays, we would go in the middle of the street. And my friend Peanut, he was pretty good. Me and him went at it. Now, Peanut may have stood a chance, but on that day, Roberta Harley was out there. And from that moment, they moved back the green. I had eyes for her. I befriended all of her brothers and baby sister. So in wanting to impress her, I decided that winning wasn't good enough. I had to impress her. So it was around round 3 when I noticed that her and her friends had come closer. They had come a little closer. I could see it in her eyes. So I decided to make my move. Peanut always wore a baseball cap when he fought. And he would always say, "I love this hat with all my heart. I have." And If anyone could ever knock this hat off my head and it hit the ground, he would eat dirt. So even though Peanut was my man, and his sister Patty was my girl at the time, Berta was watching. And then it hit me. So I knew in the third round, Peanut would come at me hard. And he came. So I faked at his stomach with my right hand. He stepped back, I stepped up, threw an uppercut with my left hand, knocked his cap off his head, and caught it before it hit the ground. Hey, man, the neighborhood went wild, crazy with excitement. Berta smiled and me and Peanut hoped there was no need to continue. The crowd had decided I was becoming a legend in my neighborhood. From the elders to the youth, however, I was not limited to one neighborhood. I could go in any neighborhood. All the gangs who was always said, Jrhue. That's what they used to call me. You all right with me. I began to get into the world of television, and I let it take hold of me. When I was 12 years old, every night at 8 o'clock, I would be home watching my favorite show. It was called It Takes a Thief, starring Alexander Mundy. So at a young age, I became what the vision from the television had created in my mind. I would now say, it is true that the devil can't come in unless you let him. However, I was under the God spell, a God spell that had been placed in the minds of generations of star seeds by their parents who were already under the control of the television. I became the best jewel thief I could be and was rewarded greatly. I learned that once you enter into the world of illusion, it only drags you deeper into the pits of hell. The jewelry turned into a lot of money. The money turns into a lot of problems if you don't know how to use it. The money you get, the more money you get, the more you become possessed by it. You can do anything you never thought you could do. It is the little bit of power given to you by those who created it. And my friendship with money simply went like this. From television, I became a thief. Being a thief led me to money. Money led me to drugs. Drugs led me to prison. And for now, this story will have to end, my starseeds. But I will be back real soon for part 3 of Jrhue. When I look back, subscribe to my channel. As always, I leave you in peace. Assalamu alaikum.